Yeah, guys, that's the face reveal. I didn't have any other ideas. I've been planning this for years, and yet I didn't have a plan. Anyway, clearly there's something else going on here. What is this series about exactly? To understand that, we have to go back to the beginning. On January 3rd, 2022, I uploaded the trailer for a series that was supposed to be my 100 subscribers special. The series itself was just a compilation of old videos me and my sister recorded on this InnoTab thing that we both got for Christmas one year. And that seems like all it is until episode 10.
What?
Some narrator starts describing some kind of collision that was supposed to occur in just 1 year. And something about the other side slipping through, and then it just goes back to normal. Well, what was that? Episode 11 is actually completely normal, but something just feels off. The colors are wrong, the sound's more high quality, it just looks like it's been recorded on a different device almost. Everything's normal up until episode 16, which has that weird wrong look to it that episode 11 had. Everything's normal in this episode up until this happens. Sort of fourth wall break occurs, and this character named Uma wakes up, claiming that she shouldn't be where she is. At the very end of episode 16, something's mentioned about some kind of mirror, and Uma being able to slip through it. This implies that Uma comes from some other side, which at this time we're not exactly sure what this is. Episode 17 might actually be the most interesting one yet, and the reason for that is, first of all, a bunch of glitches start occurring.
I was this monkey on this video.
Wait, what? Upon clicking the link in the description, you're met with an old channel of mine titled ZoroniteTech HD. The only video present on this channel is an introduction, and it mentions the fact that this channel was my second try at becoming a decent YouTuber. And with this, we finally realize a interesting, possibly depressing truth. Of course, as we now know, this would be far from the last you would hear from the name ZoroniteTech. Additionally, I created a Reddit account by the same name the next day. One of my first ever posts on this Reddit account was very out of character. It was an iceberg chart for some sort of media titled Cute Critters and Friends. More on this later. Most of my posts at the time were just weird childhood stories, pictures of my cats, or just weird memes. But an event would occur in my life which would change the kind of things I posted. In September of 2020, I ended up breaking my leg in a bike accident, and I posted about it on Reddit. The original first post about this has since been deleted and I can't access it right now. But there's also something else that happened during this time, and that was the passing of my father, which also had a part in this sudden change of my posts. This is the first occurrence of this symbol having relation to the ZoroniteTech name, and this symbol, while it's never truly explained what it means, it begins to gain some really strange connotations. Because I was bedridden at the time, I had a lot of time to contemplate the meaning of life. But more importantly is this post right here, which is pretty much where the ZoroniteTech name came from. I always wanted to do tech reviews, and the problem was, it's just the financial situation was never that good, so I really could never do it, but I stuck with the name, even though I was kind of losing it at the time. Anyway, I'm getting off track. We should probably get back to the before Zoro stuff. Don't worry, we'll get back to the Reddit stuff later. It'll become important. In episode 19, everything starts off normal, but then glitches start occurring, a completely different style of video is shown, and then eventually there's some sort of interruption. Someone going by the name of Cuddy Omagama introduces himself, claims I used to know them and that they've been purposefully invading this series, and that I'm letting it happen. This Cuddy person returns again, saying that he's making my job easier and he's weakening the seam. But then, once again, we meet Uma. Yet another fourth wall break happens, and Uma gets the idea to look herself up on the internet. Some interesting information can be seen on this page, such as the fact that the next Before Zoro video is coming out soon, and that Uma needs to recontextualize. Additionally, it's shown that Uma's home is Dino and Bush Baby's house. Before we continue, let's learn more about this Cuddy Omagama person. A Reddit account, username Cuddy Omagama, claiming to also be ZoroniteTech, posted something about the value of life. But at the end, you can see once again this cute critters and friends idea is mentioned alongside ZoroniteTech HD, which was my old YouTube channel that I never really used. However, earlier on, this Cuddy Omagama person poses as a completely separate person to ZoroniteTech, claiming that ZoroniteTech owns some kind of other YouTube channel which seems to be related to this cute critters and friends idea from earlier.
Welcome back. I think this is the
And that brings us to now.
except
In the 23rd episode of Before Zoro,
anyway,
Cuddy
the
Omagama
actual preparations of
has access to my channel, proceeds to make a post establishing some kind of connection.
establish a connection. Now it's your turn.
After this, I'm shown establishing a connection, but everything seems to be censored and glitched. But the connection has been established, and I think it's finally time for the collision. Well, the truth is, there is no Cuddy Omagama. I am Cuddy Omagama. And this duality has existed for too long now. So, why don't we end it?
Okay, so you probably think, what am I gonna do for 100 subscribers? And, up until now, I didn't know, I had no idea. But now I have a plan. So, some of you might know, I joined YouTube 3 months ago. Actually, that's not the case. The case is, I actually joined YouTube in summer of 2014, which is when I actually joined YouTube. Because if you know my old channel that I still upload on, I upload a series called The Uma Show. It's pretty cool. That's CC and F, CC and F, CC and F, CC and F.
Anyway, there's something I'd like to show you guys.
That cutie got pillars.
Well, there it is. Not only did I have a second YouTube channel all along, it was always there. I announced it before this series even started. And as you would expect, I talked a lot about this channel on Reddit back in 2020. Anyway, probably really confused. And you can go look at this channel and find out more. But the video that just played was my first ever video on YouTube. So what happens now? What's going to happen is any vlog type of videos I'm going to upload on CCNF. Any MSM related videos are going to stay on this channel. And what I think I'm going to do is create a third channel. Now, third channel as in CCNF, ZoroniteTech, and this third channel. I do have more YouTube channels, by the way. Anyway, I'll create a third channel for tech reviews, which is where I'll post my Switch 2 unboxing when I can do it. On June 5th, of course.